Now that we are actually recording, I want to ask you, what did you
Mhm.
think of it?
It was a journey. it was it was astounding. It was spectacular. It
Is going to be the death of me.
I mean, as long as you're not afraid of it,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Okay, look, I'm going to be honest. I watched the original.
I did too. Like
You did?
when I was young, very young.
Oh yeah,
So
I
I don't
watched it
remember much of it.
recently, and it was really fun. I have a lot of respect for the original one because it didn't have all these fancy schmancy special effects like the new one has.
Oh boy.
It used just stop motion and Tim Curry to convey all of
And a
its
lot of
terror.
makeup.
A lot of makeup on Tim Curry. Although to be fair, the new one does have what I assume are practical effects. A lot of these,
I think they did in the very first scene because that's not hard to do.
Well,
You didn't need special effects for that. I think they just.
I hope that a lot of what was in it was actually real, because if it was real and they took the if they took the time to actually.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, by the way. Anyway.
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten to spoiler territory yet.
I mean, yeah.
But what I'm glad is that when they made these very intricate scenes, they didn't just say, "Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna CGI it all." It wasn't like James Cameron's Avatar Part 1. This was it 2017 Part 1, because there's gonna be a second part for some reason.
Possibly.
I know there's definitely this movie made fucking $500 million at the box office.
Jesus, yeah.
There's no way they're not. And you know what? It kind of deserves it because, this movie can't top Get Out.
No.
In fact, I don't think any movie's gonna top Get Out.
Give it all you got, and stop that. Yeah.
But in terms of a horror movie,
this is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. Oh yeah, speaking of horror movies, Jigsaw. Okay, apparently Saw's coming back. Yeah, all right, maybe. But that's not maybe. But that's another story.
We might have to review that one.
Oh my god!
Since we've kind of settled with horror movies now.
I mean,
but yeah. at least they're good ones,
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as Get Out, but it was a competently made movie that didn't just rely on jump scares.
No, it actually had characters that were real.
All right, let's get into the spoiler territory.
You hear that, folks? Spoilers. So, if you don't want spoilers, then get the fuck out.
I'm sorry. I have to cut that part out now. I can't show my face in this town anymore. So, what did you think? Who did you like more? Tim Curry or Bill Stump? Because who the fuck? He's got some.
I don't know any. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know any of the kids' names. I don't even remember.
No, I'm talking about which clown you liked more.
Oh.
We talking Tim Curry with his.
Oh God! If they put that in the second one, I'm gonna die.
Or.
I'm gonna die if they put that.
Or Pennywise with his.
Hiya, Georgie.
Georgie.
His fucking forehead is
his
gigantic.
Fucking Georgie.
Oh my God! Each movie, his forehead is just big. You could just polish a shoe on that thing.
Pearl, Splatoon. I have a lot of appreciation for the original one, but this one it was actually really good.
Yeah.
Which
wow, right out of the park.
I can't say that for the original one. Like,
it has its charm. It's not as scary as this one.
The original one is kind of funny.
It has a completely different vibe.
Speaking of which, this movie is also very funny.
Yeah.
Except you're kind of not laughing because you're too busy being scared of the dumb fucking jump scares that keep coming out.
Except when the jokes hit out of nowhere.
Except for one joke, and that joke is the gazebo joke.
No. There was a few.
So there was the gazebo joke, the loser joke, lover joke.
Lover, yeah.
And then
I seriously want that on a shirt.
Yeah,
I literally want that on a shirt.
So there was a scene where the kid comes to get. In fact, both jokes are set up perfectly in that scene, where the kid who's taking the pills are supposed to help him with some fucking thing. He's the kid that has asthma.
Yeah.
And he goes up and he's like, "Oh, I can take my pills." And then the nurse, who's just the wokest motherfucker in the world.
What the fuck? What?
She's just like, those pills aren't helping you, right? And then she's just like, "I'll sign your cast. You obviously don't have any fucking friends."
Oh
So she
God.
goes and signs his cast. And instead of writing her name on it, she writes loser on it. So cuts to a scene of him later on writing a V over the S in like red. So
Well,
it's
first it was black, then it was red.
yeah,
After a
so
while.
it's like lover instead of loser. And then what else happened? His fucking and then after that, after she told him that they were placebo medication, and he confronted his mom about it being placebo, he's like, "I know what these are. This is gazebo medication. I don't want any fucking gazebo medication."
These are fucking gazebos.
These are fucking gazebos. Throws them on the floor dramatically. And you know what? Honestly, that was warranted, okay? Is this the funniest movie? No.
No, of course not. Because it's not. It's not about.
It's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed
honestly,
to be scary.
the jokes are just there to make sure you're not scared 24/7.
Yeah, and honestly, this movie would get boring if it was just scares. But you know what I'm glad they did is that the scares are actually very creative. So far, I have seen every single Paranormal Activity movie. And don't tell the FBI, but I didn't pay for a single one of them. And all of them have the most repetitive, boring jump scares. Okay?
Because you know they're going to be there.
You know they're going to be there, and they're not creative. It's just something falls, something jumps out.
And the best part, this is another scary movie where none of the kids do dumb shit. None of the people do dumb shit.
Well, actually, they do dumb shit, but they actually learn from their mistakes.
I mean,
I think that's actually
no, but like they don't do dumb they don't do dumb decisions that like the average like person in a scary movie.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, the difference here is that they're kids.
Yeah.
Whereas the black guy in the scary movie is generally in his 20s. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the next one, because the next one they're going to be adults, probably.
Oh, good. No, they have to be. Yeah, they have to be.
Yeah, if they make a dumb fucking mistake in that one, I'm going to be pretty mad. Because fucking... That's going to be unwarranted, you know?
Good Lord. How in the world are they going to make Chapter 2 even better?
As good as
Because Chapter 2 in the old version, Chapter 2 was
bad.
No, it's ass.
I'm glad they focused...
on people.
I'm glad they focused on the children, though. Oh, yawning is contagious.
Yes, it is.
I'm glad they focused on the children, though, because one thing that I really appreciate is the fact that it is just basic fears. And it's someone playing off those fears. That's like a fucking clown just playing off the fears of the children. And also the fact that they didn't go into detail, because I remember reading the book and hearing a synopsis about it. And Stephen King goes on and on about diatribe about a fucking, like, multi-dimensional turtle or some shit.
The fuck?
And all they do is briefly reference the turtle with a Lego turtle and the fact that he steps on a turtle in the lake.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh,
yeah, they mentioned that at one point.
Forgot that.
Yeah. But yeah, so other than that, they briefly reference the turtle, and thank God they don't go on and on about some diatribe bullshit about, oh, what is it? You don't need to know what it is. You just need to know that it's scary, and to defeat it, you have to face your fears.
I think it's an alien.
It probably is. They say it's it's like multidimensional being that plays off. Once it identifies your fear, which I felt they handled very well by, you could tell if you watch this movie, I have only seen it once, but if you watch it with the idea that it's following the children and discovering what their fears are so it can kidnap them. Because it doesn't appear until it's clear what their fears are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only exception to this is Georgie, but I feel that it actually murdered Georgie, because you don't see him, you only see his raincoat at the end of the movie. He's not in the circle of children.
He's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
He's a dead-ass motherfucker. And I feel like that's because he's establishing the fear that Bill has.
I mean, he bit his arm off the moment he saw him. So yeah, that right there.
Because he didn't do that with anyone else. He broke Lover's arm.
He didn't. No, he didn't do that.
He pushed him into a table.
Yeah,
broke his arm. Also, another thing that I liked about this movie, which I don't think has been really given enough credit, is the painting
Oh my
lady.
God.
Okay,
Oh my God.
there's a fucking painting in this goddamn movie that the Jewish kid is scared of.
Yeah.
And you know what? I saw that painting and I'm like, okay, that's no way.
I didn't feel anything for some reason. I just saw it and I was like, wait, why are we looking at I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I wasn't afraid of the painting.
I'm a fucking chicken, okay? you watched all the Saw movies, okay?
That's different though.
Yeah.
Saw is just
and I watched all the damn Paranormal Activity movies
It's not
in another room,
It's
okay?
not scary. It's just, people die. Here's blood.
Well, at least you know what I appreciate. I appreciate it when at least they die in a creative way.
Where's the torture? Like there was hardly any torture in Saw after. No, not in this movie.
Oh.
Well,
there's torture in this movie.
There's torture in this movie.
Fucking, and it's not just the clown, the parents too.
My God.
But one thing this movie is that's also Get Out is that the movie is immensely satisfying.
Yeah.
At the end, it's so satisfying to see that dude fall down the well after he's killed his dad.
Pennywise is.
It's so satisfying to see the kids kind of like push Pennywise back.
Pennywise is a penny well spent. Ha 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 ha. Because he fell in a well. You get it?
Oh, I get it. They wished for him to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wise decision of them.
Cut.
Spend the penny
cut to black. Cut
into the well.
That's enough. Cut it.
But what's weird is that he went into a well originally. Then there was a well inside the well.
Oh yeah.
Also, when I feel interesting how Pennywise is just a hoarder, because he has this huge mountain of junk.
And dead bodies.
And
that must have stunk like hell. Holy shit!
Well, he probably likes the smell of that shit.
I mean, of course he
also
would,
he puts on a
kids.
damn show for every child he captures. But also,
if he doesn't eat them.
Another thing I like is that in a lot of movies you can't really tell what the power. The creature kind of has random powers, but in It, 2017.
Yeah.
It's very clear as to what his power is and how to defeat him. And it's only explained through like 3 lines of dialogue.
One thing.
What?
The one thing I still am confused about, excuse me, is how the chick whose name I still can't remember for some reason. I'm terrible at that. Yeah. She was taken, like, she was just a ghost in a shell by Pennywise. Right? Oh my, stop. And like, so they get her down. The fat guy kisses her. She's back alive. Like, yes. Why did that happen? Like,
I don't know. Again, I think
bring her back.
I think he feeds off of fear, and he can put them into a perpetual state of fear by having them all, and so he can eat a bunch. You know, That's my theory. Is that he puts them all up there so that he can, because it's like he eats fear, right?
Maybe that'll go into play in chapter 2 again.
Yeah, I think he eats fear, right? And if he keeps all of those children in perpetual fear, as he was probably doing with her, where she's like, "I'm not scared of you." "Oh, you will be." Shows her the inside of his fucking mouth, which is like 3 lights or something.
Fucking vor.
No.
Ew. My God.
No one eats anyone in this movie.
It's fucking vor. Come on. Like, it's...
Except for the painting lady. The painting lady takes a big bite out of the Jewish kid's face.
Vor.
And it's not vor because he doesn't go into the stomach. Lionel, we talked about this.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
You're not supposed to bring up vor every time we do these things. We literally didn't bring up war the first time, but I'm still...
Because it had nothing to do with eating flesh!
Look, but you want to know why the painting lady is the scariest thing ever?
Because of its big-ass forehead.
No, because it's not even.
I mean,
one of its eyes is like above. And the fact that it's brought into real life, and it's like 3D, but Uncanny Valley 3D, and it's got big ass teeth, and it's like sucking on the dude's dick. I'm gonna YouTube poop that, so he says dick instead of.
Oh my God! Stop. Stop, please.
Stop.
Oh my God.
I watched the movie, and after I watched this movie right after I watched that Filthy Frank advertisement of the book.
Yep.
And I got that Filthy Frank vibe for like a second. When he's stuck inside the leaf pile.
Oh, no.
And you can't really tell what's keeping him in. And it's just like, you know what? I thought that and I laughed, even though I really shouldn't have laughed and no one else was laughing and it was really awkward. I'm sorry that you had to hear that. Anyway, also, the fact that and this is what's on the screen right now, it's been on the screen the entire time, is when I first saw the Pennywise dancing meme, I thought that the camera was like purposely focused, that someone edited it so that the camera was focusing in on his face. But then when we actually watched the movie, that's actually how it was edited. It just kept zooming in on his face, and he's dancing like a fucking idiot.
On his face the entire time.
And there's actually a point where he kicks one of the props, and it like bounces, and it was so fucking funny that I couldn't help but think Bone Trousel. Yeah. While it was happening, because I remember seeing a shit post on Reddit.
Yep.
And also, I guess you saw it on Tumblr.
I've seen it on everywhere, not even Tumblr, YouTube.
Don't lie,
Reddit.
You saw it on Tumblr.
Tumblr, but
Lionel10102006 at yahoo.com.
Stop.
Bum ass.
Stop it. Please. I mean, well.
Yeah. But then it's just like an interesting framing device that I've seen so much in shitposts that I don't find scary anymore is that every time the Pennywise charges at one of the kids, the camera squares in on his face at all times. And it would be really scary if that was the first time I saw it. But I can't stop thinking of the scene where someone edited Dwayne. You know Dwayne, the
oh my god, I know that. Oh, I know what you're
talking about. And it's like following his face.
Following his face the whole time. Oh my god.
And I can't stop thinking of that, and it just caused me to laugh. Is that Dwayne?
Dwayne.
You have to say it in the Vine Sauce Joel voice.
Oh my god.
Is that Dwayne? That's how you say it. There you go. That's the Joel voice.
I miss
Dwayne?
Rip and piss Joel. You were
he's still alive.
Rip and piss Joel.
He was consumed.
He was consumed by the fandom.
He didn't float.
He didn't granddad.
Yeah.
He didn't number one. He was number one. Hey.
I'm cutting this part out also. And I find it interesting how this one's just called Jigsaw. It's like Logan 2017. I feel like that's kind of becoming a meme too, just having the word 2017. I mean, because it was the same thing with 2016. But this one specifically, are we digging through my fucking trash can?
I'm looking for, hold on, I'm looking for, there it is. I was looking for this, so I could put the gum in it. Well, my bad. Anyway, continue, please resume.
Where was I? Oh yeah, so top 10 anime fights. Blech. In It 2017. Number 1, the fight between Pennywise and all the losers when he's just kind of like, they're just kind of like smacking him in between each other. Number 2, the rock fight between the bullies.
Rock fight!
Yeah, and the kid just shouts it out. Like, what is this, fucking Stand By Me?
I mean, it was in the 80s. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's no excuse for it to be like the 80s.
That's all the excuse for it to be like the 80s. It's in the 80s.
I feel like the only thing holding this film back is that there's some moments that I swear were not intentional to be funny and were funny.
No, I wouldn't
Which
say
is
that.
why I feel like it could have got a higher rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's funny because I remember the Amazing Atheist was just shitting on this movie. He was like, this is going to be a fucking awful movie of the goddamn year. And the original one was so fucking good. And you're making Pennywise actually look creepy. It's like he's supposed to be a funny looking clown.
No,
like
he's not. What?
What? I don't. I'm unsubscribed to the Amazing Atheist for various reasons.
Yeah, he's.
Look, I mean, like I used to like him. In fact,
I don't know what happened.
But holy shit, man!
He's definitely changed.
He's definitely changed from shilling Candid to saying that the new It movie's gonna be from it to shit when it was actually it to lit. Like it wasn't a perfect movie. I had some problems with it, but overall, for an actual scary movie,
this is one of the best scary movies we've
fucking
had.
And the fact that
all year,
and the fact that it wasn't a real reboot. Like I'm sick of reboots nowadays, but this one felt earned because the original one was just. It was a fucking miniseries, okay?
Yeah.
And this marks the second really good Stephen King movie Although this one was actually approved by Stephen King. The Shining is another movie that was made by the late director Stanley Kubrick, and no one actually knows what that movie fucking means.
Nope, because it means so much that it means so little.
Well, I don't know. Fuck, I think it's just a bit pretentious, but
I think it's just a movie.
you know what else was just a movie?
The B movie.
It 2017.
I mean, yeah.
And here we are reviewing it. We've put like 22 minutes into it. So how do you feel?
Lit.
I can't wait. I said this in the theater. I can't wait for It posts. They're shit posts, but specifically about the movie It. And I think the one that I was thinking of is when they kept shouting Bill's name in the sewers, and I couldn't stop thinking of the Bill Nye theme. When it was like, Bill, 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 Bill. Like, Bill, Bill.
Oh my god.
And then there's an It post for the internet. I might make it the Internet. No, never mind. Forget I said that.
It's cool, man.
It's cool. More like it. Oh, actually.
It's cool. More like it rules.
It rules. That was okay. Look, compared to Get Out, it's nah. But
okay.
I'm one thing I am sick of is that it had a bunch of fucking jump scares, and it's like, look,
it's a scary movie. What do you expect? I mean, at least the jump scares were.
You know what scary movie didn't have jump scares?
Get Out. Don't.
No.
Oh.
The Shining. That movie had
That's
like
another psychological thriller.
Exactly, which I wish more movies were, because this movie could have easily been a psychological thriller. It's literally
it's a bit more than that though.
I felt like, because there's this one scene that was super subtle that only I and this one fucking YouTuber noticed. And it's when the kid, the fat kid, and what was his name? Fucking...
I don't know. Just say the fat kid.
The fat kid, the titties. That's what the bullies call them.
Titties.
And he's looking through the pages of the book. And this is before the balloon even shows up. And it's when it's cutting back to the reaction shot of his face and the kid's head that's in the tree inside the book. Which for some reason this book just has the kid's head in the tree. Keeps zooming in on the kid's head in the tree. Which, I mean, makes sense. Pennywise messing with him. But it's something that you didn't notice. And it was...
I completely messed up.
Yeah, and it's when he cuts the reaction shot of him. And the old lady is like staring into the camera with this like creepy fucking smile. And blink and you miss it. But it's there. And that was like, what the fuck? I had to hide. I was hiding behind my jumbo popcorn bowl.
I will tell you, if I noticed that, I actually would have like flinched, but I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you're probably too busy like, what the fuck's in that tree?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And there's also another one that's super subtle. It's when the girl wakes up for the first time. And she gets up and she looks around and she sees the stack of just garbage in the sewer. And she's trying to run. And as she's running, you can see Pennywise's face like sticking out.
I saw that.
Yeah. And that's something that's super subtle.
It didn't scare me though.
But it's nice that it's not, there's little background things that aren't just, because anyone can do a jump scare, It's not hard. I could put a jump scare at the end of this fucking video, and I bet it would start.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's different. You see, that's a shitty Flash game.
Yeah.
Okay? With lore that doesn't go anywhere.
Yep.
Whereas this is a multi-million-dollar movie with competent actors, and by the way, child actors on point. Okay?
Yeah.
Wow. No child actor except at the very beginning, because Georgie's actor, I'm glad they killed his ass off quick. Because he was a cheesy ass.
No, he was good for his age. He was. He was pretty good for his age.
Also, something that only I noticed is that the person who plays Stanford Pines, Gravity Falls, young Stanford Pines, voice is one of the kids in this movie. And you'd only know that if you watch the Tale of Two Stans episode 2,000 times like I did. But yeah,
his name's Stanley.
No, yeah, the kid who plays Stanford.
Who plays Stanford? Yeah.
Is named Stanley, and that's great. I like that. What else was in this movie that I really enjoyed? Oh yeah, the fact that the fucking dad was sexually abusing.
Oh my fucking god.
I loved that because
we never really got to see that. Oh wait,
but
I mean, I guess the ending. With the ending, we can
yeah.
assume he's dead, but
yeah, I mean,
I didn't think he died. I thought like
that looked like it killed him. He's bleeding from the head. That generally kills people.
My god. Normally, kids like her would be in jail.
Yeah.
She's lucky.
Yeah. To be fair, the parents in this town don't seem to give a shit about anything.
No.
In fact, that's one of the biggest problems I have with this movie. It's that I know it's in the book, but sometimes you need to change things that are in the book.
No. I think there's a no. I think they were trying to imply that like the parents might have known
that there was a creepy fucking clown.
Yeah.
And not telling their children about the creepy fucking clown
to keep them safe.
Although that's not.
It makes it worse. Yeah.
It makes it worse, and that's.
But they think.
But the thing is, though, is that you really think that every single fucking parent in this town believes that the keep children away from scary clown method and not tell them about it is going to work?
I mean,
every single one, or it's just they're really fucking incompetent.
It's not every single one, though. We're only.
It seems to be, considering they make the message very clear that the parents aren't going to do anything. We're just going to let all the children do it.
Well, that's the thing. The parents aren't going to do anything because they want their kids to live.
But at least, I don't know, get the fucking chief of police to go with you.
That ain't gonna solve shit.
Well, when the fucking kid's being thrown around by Pennywise. Look, I know the dad couldn't see the blood, but that's because the blood couldn't hurt anyone. It was just blood. I mean, I don't know. I went up to take a piss real quick, but I didn't think I missed much.
No, you didn't.
They brought, like, the chief of police in, and I know this would have made the framework, but, you know, maybe if he fucking died, maybe he went in alone, he didn't trust the children.
No.
Or something?
No.
I don't know. It's just, I just find it interesting how every single adult is portrayed... I just find it weird how every single adult is portrayed as incompetent.
Not only that, a lot of the adults seem to be, like, very focused on, like, other lives.
Yeah, but it's like... You never really see, like...
The Jewish kid's dad is focused on
him reading the fucking Torah. Like, bitch, your child could go missing, and you want him to read it. He's obviously stressed. And then you got the parents of Bill, who don't seem to care. Like, they show up at the beginning of the movie, right?
And we don't see them after.
And then we don't see them after that. Like,
not even the parent, just the mom. Just the mom, actually. We don't even see the dad, just the mom.
No, we see the dad. In fact, we only see the dad. We see the mom at the very beginning. She's playing something on the fucking piano. She has no lines of dialogue in the movie. We see the dad when he's like, oh, take all that shit down. You don't want your mother seeing that. Put it all back in
that. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Other than that, they're, like, not in this movie. And I feel like it would have been better if there was some sort of... And maybe that's the style, because the whole thing is about parents being really fucking incompetent.
Well, here's the thing, though, Trent. Like, sometimes if you make a good story, some people just have to, like as an audience member, there's just some things you gotta accept if it's believable.
I know, and I was willing to put past the bone trousel dance. I was willing to put past a lot of the really weird directions this movie went, like the whole Pennywise taunting the children by saying scary, very scary, and not scary at all doors. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's just kind of weird. Like, if you want the children to face their fears...
He doesn't.
I know, exactly. So why would he give them the option to face their fears?
It's not an option. No, because I'm pretty sure...
Because what would happen if they opened the very scary door?
If they opened the very scary door, I'm pretty sure they would have gotten the same result. It didn't matter. I don't think it mattered. It was just an illusion. The whole thing was an illusion.
Yeah,
because that's what he does. Illusions.
He is a good clown.
Yeah.
He's a good magician too.
Yeah.
He's a good dancer.
Yeah.
He's
pretty
Bjorklund nut. The man.
Can we talk about the pedophilic guy in the pharmacy for a second?
Oh yeah, that dude who was Clark Kent and he was like, "Oh, you're Lois Lane."
Oh my fucking god!
What the fuck was up with that guy? I completely forgot he was there. Everyone in that pharmacy was fucking weird. That's just. Like, I mean, I know it takes place in Maine. Everyone in Maine's fucking weird. Shout out to Alana.
Oh my god.
My friend who lives in Maine.
Oh my god.
Hope she doesn't see this video.
Oh my god.
I think she subbed to me and she doesn't really watch my videos, but that's fine. Yeah. That's just how people in Maine. That's just how it was back then, in the 80s.
Wild and crazy guys.
Wild and crazy guys hitting on little girls. That's just how it works.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oh.
One thing I really hope they don't do is in the second movie is make it so that the kids die. Like some of them commit suicide instead of having.
No, they won't, because all of them were alive in the second chapter.
No. That's not how it works. If you watch the original one, two of them commit suicide before, or one of them commits suicide and the other one dies by the hands of it before they can vanquish him for good.
I don't remember.
The nerdy kid who talked too much, he commits suicide.
Wow.
Before they actually go to defeat Pennywise again.
Wow.
He commits suicide. That was in the thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I hope they don't put that in the movie because that would just ruin it.
They definitely are.
Because I know, but come on.
They definitely are.
He was the best character, okay?
Wait,
he's my favorite.
The kid with the inhaler? Or
No. The kid with glasses who would talk too much and was just like, my dick is long. Remember?
Oh, God.
It's like, if this was I keep pulling the shortest straw. If this was
That's
a dick,
if this
was a dick measuring contest, I would win.
That's literally the best way to get the audience engaged. Killing off the best character.
I don't know.
And that's when you know the stakes are high.
It didn't work for Arrow season 3.
That's different.
No, it's not in the season 4. Okay. It didn't work. No, because the thing is, there was really good character. She was becoming a good character. I won't spoil who it is, but she was becoming a really good character. And they killed her off, and it didn't work. So I really hope that if they do it correctly, I know Stephen King is like, oh, it's gonna work. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. Well, Stephen King, you know what you gave me? You gave me fucking Max, the fucking movie, The Langoliers.
I have an important business meeting in Boston this morning at 9 o'clock, and I forbid you to fly us into some whistle-stop Maine airport! Do you hear me?
Would you please be quiet? You're scaring the little girl.
Scaring the little girl? Scaring the little girl! Lady! We're diverting to some tin pod airport in the middle of nowhere! I've got better things to think about than scaring the little girl!
But the movie's just a shit show. And I hope that it doesn't become, because it can very easily become a shit show if they don't know what they're doing.
I'm sure they'll do some liberties with chapter 2.
Also, shout out to the guy behind me.
What?
In the movie theater.
Oh.
Who, when you were like, I don't think a Aquaman movie could work, I said, well, the Ant-Man movie was good. And then he was like, I have to agree with that man. Shout out to that guy for agreeing with me. I think that's about all the time we have.
Yeah, wow. That was...
Go watch it if you're fucking not a pussy.
No, last thing. What do you rate it? Out of 10.
I would actually agree with Rotten Tomatoes. I would rate it an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5. Yeah. I'd say that's the same. I'd say a 9 for me, actually.
All right. Because Get Out was 10 out of 10 for me, by far.
Actually, no, 8.5, yeah.
Yeah, because Get Out, we're going by Get Out rating. Okay. Perfect is Get Out. Bad is fucking Scooby-Doo testicle. No. Scooby-Doo testicle Langoliers. That's
even
like
the room is like so bad it's good.
Yeah, no. No. That's a separate category. Okay. I'll make a little diagram listing about what I feel.
Oh God, do we have negative scores?
No. So how it goes is that you got really good, which is Get Out. Really bad, fucking the Langoliers. You got fucking the so bad it's good, which is like the third branch, like a little mini branch, and then you have right there you have The Room, and then you also have Birdemic right above it, and then Troll 2 is actually below The Room. I like Troll 2. Say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.